Hi everybody, Russ and my Hammers 11. Hope you're all safe. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware of any time we put new content on. As always, we'd like to thank our channel sponsors, Untuck It. Hope everyone is safe and well. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Not my words, the words of Rebecca Black. So happy Friday, everybody. We've done another week. Not long to go on the first of the last week of this UK lockdown 2.0. Although with all the tier stuff for some people it's going to be not much different, but it's going to be tiered rather than lockdown, so it's a change of words. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe and well. Let's say hello to a few people. Phil, hope you're well, mate. Lee, hope you're well. Andy, hope you're well. But hopefully, although you've missed them, I hope you've caught up. I hope you've caught up and catch up and made a little comment. Afternoon. Does your mum still tell you your full question? She would always, yeah, that's why I don't like being called my first name, Russell. It always reminds me of being told off, or in the doctors, or at court. Although I've never been in court, but I've been the juror. So yes, it's that's why I've always called myself Russ. My little daughter says Russell when I've been naughty. I've done something a bit silly, but anyway, what we got here? Afternoon. Ben, hope you're well. Lee, hope you're well. Forever, hope you're well. Hammers Polls, good afternoon, everybody. Hammers Polls, come on, let's get you on the channel, man. Let's get you on the channel soon. Peter, thank you so much. Yeah, so tonight, 5 o'clock, a fantastic. I'm not just saying it because he's on it now, but a fantastic episode of My Hammers 11. Not very, very honest, very heartfelt. Really, really, if you want to know what West Ham means to someone, watch this episode because it's emotional. It's emotional. Right. I'm gonna have to pause this live stream for 2 seconds because I just had a delivery. So what I'm going to do is keep the chat going. I'll literally be 1 minute. I do apologize. I knew this was going to happen as soon as I started streaming. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to keep it going for you, and I'll just go blank screen for 2 seconds. I do apologize. I've had more viewers than ever before. Maybe I just do that. Maybe I just keep myself on blue on blank all the time. Hope everyone's well. Sorry about that. Out of breath. That's my steps done for the day. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, cracking interview with Peter. Lovely, very honest man. And it was really, really nice chatting to him. So I appreciate your time, Peter, with that. So make sure you check that out. It'll be up at 5 o'clock. Oh, out of breath. God dear. Oh dear. Sorry about this. Anyway, hope everyone's well. Becky, hope you're well. Wally, hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving, man. Hope you enjoyed that turkey. How was it? How was the air dryer? Was it better than the deep fat fryer? That's the question everyone's asking today. I have myself a drink. God dear, so out of breath. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's have a quick look down here. What we got? What's everyone's plans today? Anything exciting? Yeah, we're all going out. All in clubbing tonight, aren't we, Lee? Definitely. I bet Russ has got his different types of lined up. Yeah, big lorry load, like a big truck load. Just because of yesterday, I got all excited. But yeah, very, very tasty. What we got here? Plans just lounging around. In it all. It's basically still locked down for Ken. My town being low. I'm stuck between 2 and that high. That's why I want to. That's what I want to talk about today, actually, because I respect all your guys' opinions. And I want to just ask a few questions about what you think around stuff. So we'll do it at a tick. What do you think must got delivered? Do you know what? I'll be honest, right? I missed the delivery. I sprinted to the door, and I was quite fast man. I was, I used to run for Essex, believe it or not, and I was this size, 100 meters, 11.2 was my fastest. So I sprinted to that door. Still got it. Still got that turn of pace, and just not the fitness. And I've missed it. Only bloody missed it. Unbelievable. So it's gone next door. But typically the mother-in-law and the wife are out today, and they've delivered everything to come. So yeah, Russ, will you be while you're away? Did he? He plugged his book again. Apparently, it's available on pre-order again. It's gone out of order. In honor of us, I'm eating some. Oh, Becky, but you don't like some vinegar, so I appreciate your. I appreciate your time. Russ, John Hartson was on here while you was on. I should just put it on again. That I could have wasted a minute or so. I'm so rubbish about these things. I should have had some little bit of thing ready to whack on. Right, we got. I've just had some McCoy's Flame Gill Crisp. They were quite high on the old tier system. Missed the whole tier system yesterday. Hammers polls. Make sure you go back and check it. Russ, do you know of a butler to answer? Pete Butler, I have. That's a joke thrown here, probably about anyone from the sort of mid-90s. No, unfortunately, I don't have the door, and I've had to put my doorbell right outside my garage so I can hear it. And I had to do, and it's quite funny because I want to test it. So I was like, "How do you test if a doorbell works?" So obviously you press it, but it's the doorbell's at the front of the house and the garage at the back of the house. So I just couldn't figure it out, and then I decided to record my doorbell on my phone. Then went to go and ring the doorbell just to check it works. Oh dear. Sometimes I impress myself. You sprinted to your front door. How big is your house? Yeah, it's not mad. I mean, it's a. If anyone's in Hornchurch and they walk down Osborne Road, you'll see my house because it's the one. Or if you're, going over on a space station, you'll be able to see my house because it's the one that lit up with Christmas decorations. Yesterday we had our normal oven roasted because it was like, disappointing, Wally. Although I did see, I think it was John Black, who's West Ham in Vegas. He had his, and it was he did it in a smoker on the barbecue. Looked phenomenal. Ate the ham as well. So, hi Steve, hope you're well. I'm lucky living in Bexley Borough Tier 2. However, today I'm having a duck in the air fryer. Oh, nice. Is it going to be like crispy duck, or is it just a roast duck? That could be amazing. I'm at the brewer, Russ. I'll pop around. Yeah, it's pop around. Actually, you can't pop around yet. You can do that on Thursday, can't you? If we're outside and I pass it to you and it's a Thursday and we have 2 meters between us and we wash our hands, but you can go to the toilet. If I don't understand how it all works, to be honest. Yeah, but if you, so about, I think my Christmas decorations come on about 4:00. So if you drive up Osborne Road about 4:00, you will see my house. You will see it from the bottom of the hill, to be honest, because it's the one just like radiating just LEDs coming through. Mick, how you doing? Nice to hear from you. Hope you're safe and well, man. Great work over Mick's doing with the West Ham Football FC, the Facebook group. Massive, 15,000 members. They're absolutely many. That's crazy. Who remembers KPB? I don't remember KPB flavors. I used to, and this was I was thinking about crisps the other day. I used to love beef crisps. Like you'd go to on a Friday, you go and do your Friday big shop, and I'd always have a packet of beef crisps from Tesco's. It's funny how things just pop in. Can I come and look at your lights? You can always come and look at my lights. They're outside, so feel free. And while you're there, you can scan the QR code and donate money to Iron Supporting Food Banks. All for a good cause. Hi Bex, it's delicious. I'll take a selfie. Yeah, take a selfie. I'm outside your house, Russ. And also hit the QR code and donate to Iron Supporting Food Banks. More than happy to do that, and yeah, be funny. Just don't put my you can do a selfie, but don't actually no. There's no car on the drive, so just as long as you're just there, I'm okay with that. That's cool, man. That's quite funny. I want some duck now. Some Bovril flavour crisps. God, Wally, I can't really eat duck. I don't know what it is. Just puts me off. Oh, you're Becky. You're just quackers. You are. It's Friday, isn't it? The jokes are coming out. It's the Friday. Oh, it's quackers. Oh dear. I'll make myself laugh. I'll have to. There's no one here, so I have to make myself laugh. Right. Anyway, so the question I want to ask today, because I've just put it on Twitter actually. About midday, I was doing a bit of checking, and I think, and if I'm wrong, I apologise. I think West Ham v Man United will be the first Premier League televised game with fans in attendance since everything's happened, which is massive, which is huge. I think will be the second televised game because the Reading, I think Reading are playing at 12:30 on Sky. But all the other Premier League games coming up, you've got ones before us. You have I think Villa, they're in tier 3. Burnley are in tier 3. Man City are in tier 3, and then it's us, and then it's Chelsea at 5 at the 8 o'clock kickoff. So that's huge. That's a massive thing. And by the sounds of it, 2,000 fans. Again, we don't really know anything to do with how it's all going to work or in how they're getting it distributed. My assumption is that it'll be tier 2 people will be selected rather than tier 3. I don't know. I don't know. That's my assumption. But I want to make a massive thing of this. I want to do some really cool, some really not, and obviously we've only got a week as well, but I want to do some really, what we can do to make it really special for these people coming. And so, all right, Andy, look, Andy has to jump in. It's actually Thursday. Okay, I said Premier League. Listen to me when I say Premier League televised match, not the first ever televised match. Premier League, that's Europa. Was it Europe? They're in champion. I don't even care, to be honest, with Chelsea. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to throw something at your front door for that joke. Okay, fair enough. As long as it's quality street, I'm okay. Yeah, it's been changed. It's 27th. I think a lot of those Boxing Day games have been changed now. Anyway, my kids love it. Sure we do. Okay, we're talking about the duck. Okay, gotcha. Talking about whether they're going to throw on the thing. Anyway, that's it, Rush. That's it, Rush. Yeah, exactly. Screw you, Andy. No, you're joking, man. Love you. It's interesting to see how the club pick. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I'm not going to talk about that or anything like that. But I'm going to talk about 12. So if people got a golden ticket and they're at the ground, what would you like to see? What would you like to see there? That's what I'm opening up basically, because I've got some ideas, but I don't want to really voice them in case they don't happen. But it'll be interesting to see what other people think. And these are things, obviously, we're gonna put into the suggestion box, so to speak. I really want this to work. I want this to be cool. I want, not cool, but I want this to be a real stick in the ground. You know what I mean? This is a chance for us to say, look, we're back. It's the beginning of getting back to some normality, and also I want those 2,000 people to make a difference. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's. I mean, I don't know logistically how it works. I don't know in terms of operationally how it's going to work. But for me, I want to make those 2,000 people. I was going to say sing, but I don't even know you're allowed to sing. That's the thing. And I mean, for those of you that that don't know, in terms of what we currently do, I that's a good idea. I'll come to that. So what happens is at the moment what's the difference between pre-COVID to during lockdown in terms of what we do pre-match is I would where we used to play Arm for Rambles, and it was like we'd cut it at Fortunes and then the crowd would sing it. We would do it's almost like it's a mix. So the crowd are singing Fortunes which we pre-recorded. So that's great. And so there's always some crowd noise. And we would do goal music as well. Otherwise it was almost like, something like Michaela or say, I don't know, Yarmolenko scored that amazing goal at Chelsea last minute, and then it's just like there's no fans or anything to do. So we played gold music. We played Twist and Shout. Now that's great. And actually it opens another question thinking about it, just rabbiting on as I always do. Rabbit. No, we're talking duck, isn't that? So we're talking about duck. Rabbit. Is what's going to happen with Sky? So for when they play, obviously West Ham game, the Chelsea game at 8 o'clock, are they going to do the crowd noise? Are they going to try and mix it in with, because at the end of the day, are we, part of me wants to keep it as it is and play the music and play the crowd noise, singing Bubbles, because if we drop it at Fortunes and we're encouraging people to sing, and I don't think that should be nice. I think, that's not what we should be doing. We should still be responsible. What we got here, some good. What we got, get the fans to do a scattered Mexican wave. I quite like that as a silly idea, and I'm making notes of all of these. Look, you see, I've got my pad and everything. Got my pad. Do you know what I want to do? And I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in time. But for me, I'd really like to do is, and it's a bit cheesy, and that's why I want to voice it and say this is my idea, not the idea of anyone else but for me. You remember we were in the old ground for a while? We had those plastic things you blew up and you hit them, right? Just bear with. And it's very American, I know, and I don't. Some people hate it, but and people used to throw them on the pitch and stuff like that. We used to have the paper ones, cardboard ones, like the clackers, and then people would throw them on the pitch. But these were the ones were harder to throw on the pitch when the team weren't playing well. And obviously, it wouldn't be 35,000 or so; they'd only be 2,000, and something like that. It's just something to make it sound a lot bigger than it is. Do you know what I mean? Because 2,000 people, it doesn't matter how they're distributed, is going to be sparse. I mean, I remember when we used to do the under 23 games, and there was 200 people in the sort of the bit by the dugout, and we'd cut it at fortunes, and there'd be like silence. There'd be people humming along, and that's going to have to be here as well. Unfortunately, obviously, I don't think when it comes to scoring a goal, I think people will be cheering that and good play and stuff like that, but I don't think we should be encouraging people. It's difficult because you want to be singing, but I don't think, under the laws, we should really be encouraging that. But I don't know. I don't know yet. So that's why I'm just trying to come up with some ideas and see what we can do. I think we should get some of the players to come out and say maybe a few bits, or maybe some videos of the players saying welcome back and stuff like that. And maybe even finding out how they've been coping. It's really interesting, I think, because there's so much you could do, but then there's not at the same time, because you want to do all this stuff and it's great, but then you've still got the COVID restrictions. So you still got sort of, I believe it was still the red tier. So, obviously the players can't get affected by, and then I think about the ball boy, like the balls and stuff like that. What if the ball gets kicked in the crowd and then someone throws it back? They can't pick that one up. They'll have to have it disinfected, won't they? Because that's what they do now. They have the balls all the way around the perimeters, and obviously no ball boys, and they have a couple of groundsmen go around and disinfecting the balls when they put them on the things. It's mental, isn't it? It's absolutely mental how much the world has changed. Literally like a year ago, we had the first case of COVID, and it was all like, oh, there's this thing in China. Oh, God, that's going to be, oh, God, poor them. Thinking it's going to be like another SARS or bird flu, and it became what it is. And it's just like, it's absolutely mental. We will have a rave. Yeah, we'll have a rave. I want to make it a proper, like a party, music wise, just like keep it really pumpy and just make it a bit like a celebration in terms of things will start getting back to normal, hopefully, fingers crossed. But it's the first glint, isn't it, of the after in the morning when you just open the curtains a little bit, is the first glint of sunshine that's coming through. And I totally get it. For some people, I mean, a lot of people are in tier 3. A lot of fans aren't even in the stadium, so we'll be the first ones really in the Premier League. Sorry, Andy, just making that point. And yeah, I mean, if you listen to Bielsa's comments yesterday, which were published today, there could be a real home advantage, particularly for the first few games, and obviously for the northern clubs where a lot of them are in tier 3s. It's is it London and Liverpool pretty much the only teams that can, the only regions which can be putting out professional or Premier League games. I think I'm right in that. Because even like, I mean, my office is based, one of my offices is based in Bristol, and they're like, they're in T3 as well, and you're thinking, God, that's mental. Yeah, no, I'd actually like a Charlie Chocolate Factory golden ticket. That'd be quite funny. I'd like to see the fans in the lower seats, and so would I. But we don't know, do we? I always hark back to that test game that Brighton did with Chelsea, and I think it was about 3,000 or 4,000, and they were literally seat, person. And obviously, there'll be a lot more spread around. It'll be interesting whether they do them all in the lower tier, but then I don't know. And then that's going to look like even emptier, because at the moment, obviously, all the grounds have got all these sort of banners around the lower tiers. So on TV, it doesn't look it looks nice. It looks all right. But now you're going to have people, it's going to look very different. It's going to look very different, I think. And we'll see. I feel like we can't see. I think morally, I don't think they can. I think that's one of the things. But can you sing? That's the question. You know what I mean? If you can't sing, what a joke. Telling us how many times you go to the toilet next. I don't know what's going on, mate. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is just, we've got to be responsible as well at the same time, innit? I mean, it's a sort of two-way fine line, isn't it? Really, and what happened last. If we give people an inch, people take a mile, and that's unfortunately the nature of humans. So it is what it is. But just trying to find something that's a bit different. Might be nice to pump out chances, but we're not allowed to do that, unfortunately. I don't know. Previously, we couldn't put any crowd noise on because Sky or BT would be pumping the crowd noise on top in terms of the AI stuff they do with Opta and FIFA. So I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know. But you're right. It could be, but it's going to be a bit weird. Again, it's going to be strange, but I think it's a good place. Will the 2000 be scattered around in which so I mean, like singing, like it's not going to be. I don't know. With a club shot, I don't know. I don't know any of these questions. I don't know. I'm just literally purely from a fan's perspective, what you would like to see there. Who you'd like to see being interviewed, maybe at the pitch or at the pre-match, or what would you like? Would you like anything special to make it? I think it may even be that it might be some. I imagine you may even have to have table service or something like that, because otherwise people are going to congregate at the, or it's going to be awful. I don't know. I do not know. Can't sing a football once. Yeah. Well, I just think, or maybe they can, but they have to wear masks. I don't know. I think, Steve, I have no idea. Interesting where they'll put the behind the benches or bottom moors. That I imagine it'll be all the way around, to be honest. But I think they'll be around the bottom tier, to be honest, because the top tier is the journalists and people like that. So I think that'll be around the top tier. So I reckon my own person. This is nothing. I don't know anything that was going on, but I think they'd probably spread them around the bottom tiers or the Billy Bond stand, because obviously there's no because obviously the journalists have always been there, and that's where I sit and stuff like that. And it would be lovely to see people, but I think there's a difference. Will be coming, and also I imagine you'd probably be temperature checked as well when you come into the ground as well, potentially. But again, I don't know. Could you get caught singing fortunes or hiding so when it cuts? That's what we do already, Bex. That's what we do. So that's what we've been doing since lockdown. It's a version where maybe I said I'll play it, but I'll play it one day if I can. But I'll probably get demonetized. But basically, yeah, as when it fortunes, I've got so we sort of it's mixed in. It's a good one. So if you sing, you get nicked ridiculous. All right, well, yeah, Steve, man, we don't know what's going on, man. I do not know what's going on. Can any of us sit in the corporate part? Who knows? Wondering how many stewards will be. Exactly. We don't know the steward situation. Maybe they have to have, as part, like maybe the council have to put their like COVID marshals in or things like that. Get the Hammerettes back on the pitch. Bring them, Hammerettes, bless them. Wheel them out. Could you play? Are we called Mr. Moon? Oh, don't do it no more, do we? We don't do the Mr. Moon stuff anymore now. Lots of love for the Hammerettes, bringing them back. Yeah, good, clean family entertainment. Or as Becky says, you're a pervert. What we got? Arsenal won't make a difference. They can't. Yeah, I mean, it's just an all match day for Arsenal, isn't it? That'd be good. How many stewards will there be? I bet there'll be more stewards. Well, quite possibly. It's again. That's the thing. It's like I have absolutely no idea, but I just wanted to see what it's like. What you guys think? What do you think about the clacker idea? Like, ding, 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 ding. At least something to get some atmosphere going. I don't know. I like the idea of a scattered Mexican wave. I think that's quite funny. I don't know how we'd orchestrate that, but we'd find a way. But I think that's quite a funny idea. I like that, Phil. I'm going to see what we can do with that. Because it's like, although we're far apart, they're all going to be West Ham fans, and they're all pretty much, and they're all season ticket holders as well. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. Play simply the best. Better than all the rest, flashing on the boards. Well, I think we'll do loads of welcome back now, and stuff like that. We'll try and keep it really all the classics, Sweet Caroline, Hi Ho Silver Lining. We want to make it a bit like a party, you know what I mean? Because I just think because it is, not only is the fact that the fans back in the building, so it's or some fans back in the building, but there's going to be, the team are doing well as well, and you want to make this good thing carry on. You want to enjoy it while it lasts. I was talking to Peter last night, and we, West Ham fans are always waiting for the worst bit. Always fearing for the worst and not enjoying the good times. They don't come very often, but they're good times now. So we should be enjoying it. Getting it on the see what it's like from your perspective. So I did one for Villa, the last game last season, Villa. So check that one out, Phil, on the channel. I will try and do something. Again, it won't really be different because, I don't think it's going to be much different from my experience now, or say my experience of the Villa game this year compared to or even last year, compared to my experience for the Man United game next week, because I think from my perspective it's pretty much the same. But yeah. And I think hopefully some of those 2000 will do some little vlogs as well. So that'd be interesting to see what people come back with. I think we need to know to what extent the guidelines. I want to see the boys play, and plus the fans happy. Yeah, and there needs to be some sort of clarification from the Premier League, isn't it? Because whatever West Ham does, it will be based on the Premier League and the count and being in tier 2. What that means, it's good news for people who are, going to London-based pantomimes and shows and stuff like that as well, because it means that at least that they can potentially open again. But yeah, no, I think it's the Premier League needs to come up with some guidelines. I'm not a fan of the clackers, but why not and that's what I'm thinking. We need to get as much noise as possible. There's a Freudian slip of the tongue. We need to get as much noise as possible, and I don't want the word vuvuzela to be mentioned, but that's probably gonna be even worse because you can blow in it and it's like it's going, but obviously you'll be temperature checked, so hopefully you wouldn't have had it before you got into the ground. But I think we need something like that, yeah. Just to get a bit of noise. Leicester home games use those plastic things. Yeah, they do. They use them all the time, didn't they? They use it, and it works quite well for them, but I don't know. Might be able to get. Maybe we'll see. I remember them from away game, and we had them at Upton Park for a couple of games. Definitely, is Iron Man back from furlough? Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's going to happen with Iron Man or Hammerhead rather, and Bubbles the Bear. And I've seen Hammerhead on the Zoom things each game. So he always managed to get on the Zoom calls each game, so fair play to him. But I don't know, definitely needs to be the party, the music will be and it's good for the team too. Yeah, because hopefully it'll feed back off them, because and I think it'll be great to see that. At least there won't be any half and half scarves. No, exactly. But and for the lucky 2000 wasn't always lucky. If you were tickets, but now we're playing all right. And for the lucky 2000, it will be an emotional time, and it will be a very historic time, I think, as well. So I think we need to show that in a way that's respectful to obviously everything that's happened and the thousands of people that have unfortunately passed away since COVID. But I wonder how many of the 2000 will be kids with their families. No idea, man. No idea, buddy, to be honest. It's good news for London. Yeah, it's good news for Londoners, but northerner people in the north, southwest, a lot of the others. So I think it's only sort of London, part of. It's like sort of London and sort of a little bit towards sort of Slough. No, Slough's not actually. Slough's tier 3, but the rest of Berkshire is Essex. I think it's Liverpool as well, isn't it? I think I'm right. So we'll see. No more noise. I forgot the vuvuzelas. Hated them during. Now I know we hated them, but I was just looking how to spell vuvuzela so I can mention it. They're so annoying that once finished, I missed them. Yeah. Kieran's in the pub. In from the pub. That's impressive. would be nice to have some stuff on the seats for fans, like a clacker or something. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Something like that, just to make some sort of difference. Just to make those 2,000 people count. Do you know what I mean? And it's a bit more of a. I was hoping to do like a funny episode today, but this popped in my mind, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to ask you guys, because you guys, I respect all your opinions and stuff. Although some of you got dodgy opinions about crisps, but apart from that, we move that aside. And just as a sounding board, really, to see what you guys think. And I agree. I think there needs to be something there to, because also these people, talking to, I mean, we've had this mass debate before, where some people are like, I don't want to go because I want to risk. It's a risk. It is a calculated risk as well, going to the game. So it can be a big deal for people to make that decision. And some people go, oh, it's not a big deal, but it is for some people, because for a lot of people, I mean, Ken, for example, Ken unfortunately can't go because he's in tier 3. Well, my assumption is people in tier 3 who are season ticket holders won't, but I may be proved wrong. I don't know. That's what the government is saying, isn't it? Sort of moving between tiers isn't sort of encouraged, and we would obviously be encouraging that. But I mean, Kent, bless him, we've had him on. Kent said like he hasn't been out of the house since March, really much. It's a big deal to go back to the ground. It's scary. My first time, like when we had the Brentford game. No. Before then. So obviously, when we came back from lockdown, rather, I apologise. So those games, that Wolves game last season, it was weird. It was scary. It was weird because you sat there, it was like, and I was wiping everything down. There'd been no bugger in there since we locked down anyway, but everything was being wiped. I wiped everything down. I had, I was making sure I was wearing my mask. I wasn't I was talking to, and it was weird. It was a bit like when we came out of lockdown, you started meeting people again. Same thing. And it was weird getting on the train for the first time when I went to work. Very, very surreal. Having to get on the train with a mask. I never did that until then. So yeah, it's going to be strange, and people are gonna, when they get, if they're lucky enough to get the get the ticket or get the option to take the ticket, they'll have to think about that themselves. And I think that needs to be rewarded. The fact is, not rewarded. Well done, you've got the balls. No, that's not right. What I mean at all. To come along to the game. It's a really interesting thing, I think. Right, will the Lanzini goal be played in the montage? Of course it will. Oh, it's already in HP. It's already been in literally the next game. So we'll have Haller's goal will be in for the Villa game, and hopefully someone will score banger at the Villa game, and it'll be in the Vision Mixer guys. They smack it in there quite quickly. Don't worry. Could you ask for so much? Yes. Now that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Lee. As much claret and blue as poss. Now I don't know how you can do that, but that's what we should do. That's stuff like that. If we can get stuff like even if it's like a free scarf and like a claret and blue scarf or something, so there's at least that, so it looks, because at the moment with all the claret and blue sort of banners and stuff, it looks all right. I think ours looks all right, and they're all going to be removed, and all the white seats there now, so it might be that we move all the flags. I'm coming up. So like obviously we've got all the flags, haven't we, everywhere at the moment, which are on the top tiers, but you can't see them on the telly. So maybe moving those flags to lower tiers. I mean, I'm just saying this. They might operationally might not be able to do it, but stuff like that might work. What we got here? Maybe a hat or scarf. Yeah, something to hold up. Yeah. See exactly. But so it said you can't go because of your health. So that's what I mean. You wouldn't risk it. So what we got? Virtual hugs for Rebecca. It would be interesting to see if anyone gets a ticket and then they can't make it, if they pass it on or try and sell it. I don't think they could sell it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. They could. Well, I think there's dodgy ground then, couldn't it? So they could sell it. They could sell it some from tier 3. I don't know, but if say it's only tier 2 people get the tickets for the time being, they could then sell it to someone from tier 3, and then that's a mockery of the whole system, isn't it? So I don't know. They might have to be. I don't know. I'm sure I'm sure. Literally, as we're speaking, there's people in the Premier League like doing this exact thing, going through all the permutations, and we'll hopefully get some clarity in the next, probably the weekend. I reckon. After the weekend, after these ones. How about give out flags? So yes, I mean like flags, or clack it. Or I think you want to do stuff with noise, don't you? Really. So maybe, but I don't know. Something like that. I'm 12,000 miles away, but I would not go if it was possible. I would not go feel for all fans at home. Yeah. No, I know it's a strange time. And I think actually this has made things a bit stranger now, because there's so much more where no one, and even in between the Premier League teams. Now I feel really sorry for people like Leeds fans who haven't been able to see, at the moment, can't see their promoted side playing the Premier League. Same with West Brom, Fulham. Yeah, I mean, so what I mean. It's just interesting to see that. If they try, it would be so out of order, because it's a different type of thing, isn't it? Really, but interesting. There's a few. Anyone got any more ideas I can nick? No, not nick, but suggest to, because I just think we need to. It'd be good. It's a good opportunity to try and make a big difference in this thing, and I promise, Monday onwards, we'll keep it light. We'll keep it light. You've got the weekend now. You've got the weekend. You've got a mushy crust soon. We've got a great recipe coming up tomorrow with how to make really easy, no knead bread. There we go. Because it's the last weekend before lockdowns, or we can go shopping, or some people go shopping and some people can't. As it, so they should give each of us yes, something like that. I'm going to put that down, because it is a historic thing, isn't it? Really. So yes, I don't. It's give people the old. That's what I thought we should do. The old rattles, but then we know that things get thrown on pitches, and if we've just given everyone a wooden projectile and say the team are 3-0 down at half time, some of those projectiles will be on the pitch. There's not. It's where even those plastic ones, some people still manage. I don't know how they managed to get them. Still managed to throw on the pitch. We used to have the paper ones, and they were constantly thrown on the pitch from the Bollymore Lower. I remember that distinctly. If they do serve drink, it might be nice. Yeah, the first drink on us. Yeah, I like that. First drink on us. I mean, I imagine there'd have to be some sort of waiting service, or I mean, same as a pub, innit? At the pub, you have to do it by app, don't you? It may be you have to do the same thing. And again, that's the thing with the catering stuff. That's not, that's part of London Stadium, isn't it? Really. So I still have before they knocked it down. What a great piece of memorabilia. Maybe like I get free pie and drink. Yeah, maybe free drink on us, or pie. Yeah, they do it at Leicester quite a lot, didn't they? When he was, I mean, they did it afterwards when he passed as well, didn't they? Just to keep that going. But yeah, it's a nice idea. I just think there's an option there to do something great. I'd love to get Nobes out doing a little personal address to everyone there. Whether it's on video, or if he's in the team, if he's starting, if he's in the squad, or like to on the old mic. So who knows, man? There's loads of stuff that you could do, but obviously they're hamstrung by social distancing. So when I found out, I was like, right, let's get those fire things back, all over the place. Really go for it. But unfortunately, we won't get clearance, because it takes at least 2 weeks to get risk assessment and stuff. So you're not going to get any of that during COVID. So that was that was somewhat poo-pooed. The bowls machine will be there. Oh, he's still there. He's still there. Bless him. No drinking. I read in paper. Don't know if it's true. Don't know. Yeah, don't know, man. I'm sure there's something coming on. Maybe the first 2,000 get to walk through Westfield. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I would love those to record a message. Yes, I mean something like that. And as a club captain, he should be, shouldn't it? Really. So, I imagine that's already in the works as we speak. To be honest, I think after the weekend's gone, after these weekend fixtures are gone, I'm sure there'll be some stuff coming out, protocols, which will be on West Ham and BBC websites and things like that, and then we'll at least know what we can do. But there's been some lovely ideas. I really, really appreciate that. No class. You know it. A great podcast with and me. It was quite fun. It's different, really different. I really liked it, and he's we've had Glenn and Nigel have some really good feedback, because it's not we've all got our own lives, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? We've all got our own lives, and it's interesting to find out. And that's why I love doing these shows, because whether it's my Hammers 11, I get to talk to people about West Ham, but also their journeys. And as I said, make sure you watch one. There's one tonight. It's a really powerful episode. I didn't think I'd ever do an episode that would be like that. It was very emotional, actually. It was very emotional. There's a few tears in my eye when I finished recording it, to be perfectly honest, which was really, really. I never thought that would happen. But if you want to see what West Ham means to some people, watch that episode. Not only for but in terms of well-being, in terms of his family situation, it was really, really, and some great stories as well. Some lovely, funny stories as well, but very poignant. Obviously, we talk about mental health and stuff like that as well, which is quite interesting as well. But make sure you check that out. It's Peter Singh, absolutely top guy. Can you put the names on the screen? That will give us yeah. I think that should be a good one, isn't it? Should do that, or around the perimeter ball. But they can't see the perimeter balls if they're in the Bobby Moore, Billy Bonds rather. So maybe on the big screen. Yeah, I think it's a nice idea. Names on screen. Again, that should be an easy one. Again, so once they've got the names, they know who's going to be in there. I like it a bit, yeah. Or maybe printing the program, yeah, possibly as well. Interesting, yeah. Though we're not run like a COVID test center. Yeah, I mean, I imagine you would have to get temperature checked before you go in, but same as everyone else in the building. Could 2,000 get free too? Yeah, that's what I mean. Something like that. Free T-shirt or free scarf or certificates, or I think there's definitely a potential to do something. And so anything we can do will be really good. And as I said, it will be the first Premier League. Thank you, Andy. Televised game with fans in attendance since everything started. So we need to make a deal out of it, to be honest. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for your time. It's been lovely, as always. As I said, Friday, got to get down on Friday. Not my words, the words of Rebecca Black. And I hope everyone has a lovely, lovely weekend. Check out In Russ We Crust tomorrow morning if you want to bake some no-knead bread. Very, very easy. It just takes a bit of time, but it's very, very easy. And we'll be back on Monday, hopefully, God willing, and we'll start talking about fun stuff. And also we get ready for the Villa game as well, because the Villa will be on the Monday as well. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But mainly we'll be talking about fun stuff and Christmas, because why not? It's Black Friday today. So if anyone has any good deals, good luck to you. Good luck to you with Black Friday and get some good deals. And as always, and I say it every time, and I genuinely mean it, my DMs are always open. If any of you are struggling, or any of you don't feel a bit down and dumps, give us a shout, give us a DM. We'll have a giggle, and yeah. It's good to talk, as Bob Hoskins always says. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons. And we'll see you again on Monday. Take care, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.